Hello, today I'm going to give you 3 ways to improve your digestion that are super simple and super easy that you can implement right away. So, number 1, mindful eating. So, we want to eat in a very mindful state. And what does that really mean? That means eating undistracted. So, try not to be on electronics, don't watch TV, don't be scrolling on your phone, on Instagram or TikTok. Really think about what you're eating, focus on actually eating, really chewing your food. This is going to allow you to really be in tune with how you're feeling. This is going to slow your eating down. This is also going to really help you identify your hunger and full signals and let you know when to stop eating. And we just typically are really unaware of those signals that our body gives us. Number 2, focus on whole nutrient dense foods. When we eat processed foods, these are much more likely to be inflammatory foods for our bodies. And what that means is our bodies are typically not going to be super happy that we're actually eating them. They are typically higher in sugars and oils and salt and sodium and just chemicals that our body's not really designed to intake, to be able to break down, even to really be able to use anything in those or as much in those as we get out of whole nutrient dense foods. And that whole nutrient dense foods just means, foods that aren't processed. So think about like chicken. If you buy just like chicken breast or chicken thighs, not frozen or not with other things, there's really only one ingredient. It's chicken. So think about foods that have like 1 or 2 ingredients, vegetables, fruits, all of these things have one ingredient, and it's whatever that food is. So that's really what we mean by whole nutrient dense foods. It just means it's not made with a bunch of other stuff. It's just, think about the outside of a grocery store is a really good way. If you stay along at the outside of the grocery store and don't go in too many of the center aisles, you are likely going to run into more of the whole nutrient dense foods. Lastly, we want to avoid liquids around our meals and during our meals. So this means no water at least 30 minutes before, during, and after your meal. No alcohol with your meals, no soda, none of these other drinks. We really want to focus on eating when we're eating, and we want to allow our body to begin the whole digestive process from the beginning. And it really starts with our brain, into our saliva, into our stomach. And a lot of what we do, a lot of our digestion takes place very early on, starting in our brain into our stomach. And when we have liquid, there's a few things that this does. First and foremost, it dilutes your stomach acid, which is super important. A lot of people are low in stomach acid to begin with, let alone you're just diluting it even more by drinking fluids around or during your meal. If you're also not chewing your food, you're gonna need some help swallowing it. So having that liquid can be helpful to swallow the food, but we really want to chew our food. We want to chew our food until it's the smooth consistency of like a smoothie in our mouth. And then we swallow, which means 1, we need to take more time to actually chew our food. 2, we don't want to have to drink anything to get our food down. Our bodies are built to break down food, and then you swallow it, and then we break it down, and then we use the nutrients, and then we get rid of the waste. And our bodies are really efficient at that when we provide it the right environment, and that is liquid-free around your meals. So 3 simple steps that you can do right away to just improve your digestion if you're having digestive symptoms, including but certainly not limited to gas, bloating, belching, inconsistent stools, or inconsistent bowel movements, either way. Then these are 3 simple things that you can implement right away. So number 1, be mindful when you're eating. Actually pay attention to what you're eating, how you're eating, and not be distracted. 2, focus on whole nutrient dense foods. So 1 or 2 ingredients in any food, you're probably good to go. And 3, stay away from liquids 30 minutes before and after your meal, and try not to have any during your meal. If you want to learn more about getting pain-free, holistic nutrition, or anything exercise or mobility related, feel free to go check out my group Chronic Pain Solutions, and I'll see you there.